Hey, and welcome to the video, and if you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to comment, please do. If you want to share it, then please share to anybody you feel you want to share it with. And last but not least, if you want to subscribe, then please do. It allows us to bring you even more great content. With that being said, let's get on with the video. Hello and welcome to video number 2 in the LNS series, and in this video we're going to move from dynamic profiles to the AAA profile. So how does the MX know who the subscriber actually is? So in other words, how do we determine whether they're allowed to connect? Where can subscriber specific information come from? And how do we keep track of their session once they're online? Well, that's where the AAA comes into the picture. So what does AAA stand for? Okay, Authentication, Authorization and Accounting. So a very simple way to remember those three: Authentication, who are you? Authorization, what are you allowed to have or do? Accounting, what did you actually use? So in our environment, we're going to use a RADIUS server based on FreeRADIUS to help provide those functions. So with that being said, this should be quite a quick video. I'll do the commands, and after doing the commands, we'll talk through what we've done. So let's go into edit mode. The first command we're going to do is we're going to set up accounting. So we're going to set access profile and call it something intuitive. This is just a name again. I'm calling mine AAA. And we're going to set the accounting order to be RADIUS. So the accounting order is going to be RADIUS. So all we're doing there is we're saying any accounting that comes in, send it off to the RADIUS server. Next, we're going to set up the authentication side. So let's do set access profile AAA, as we know, and then we'll put authentication order, and that's also RADIUS. So we're saying send any authentication requests to the RADIUS server. Now currently at the moment what we don't have obviously is the actual RADIUS server itself address, so we have to define the address. So we, again, in the profile, all of it within the profile, access profile AAA RADIUS authentication server, and we're going to use 192.168.1.18 as ours. So that sets where to send it. Okay, so the first two lines are what to send, and the third line is where to send that. So now what we're going to do, that's the authentication server, so we have to do the same for the accounting server. Set access profile AAA RADIUS accounting server, again 192.168.1.18, and that tells where to send the accounting packets. Now we need to configure a RADIUS shared secret. This is to keep everything secure, so it's going to be on the AAA server and here within the profile, and they must be exact, so they must match exactly. So we do set access profile AAA RADIUS-server, and the address 192.168.1.18 secret, and in this case I'm just going to put in here password with capital P, but I must remember to put that on the RADIUS server too. So the next command we're going to put in is the accounting method, not where we send the accounting packets, but the actual accounting method, and we'll explain that in a minute. So we do a set access profile AAA accounting space order. You notice the other command was accounting dash order. This one's accounting space order RADIUS. Okay, so it looks very similar to the first command, as I've said, so it's worth having a quick look at it. So we're now inside the accounting configuration itself, and we're specifying RADIUS as the accounting method. So as we build this section, we're defining not only that accounting is part of our access profile, but also how that accounting behaviour should operate. And the method we're using is RADIUS. So from this point onwards, the next several commands are all going to refine the behaviour of our subscriber accounting. So the next one we'll do is we'll do send accounting stop on failure. So what we're doing here is we're basically saying if a session or when a session fails, stop the accounting. That's it. So if we do set access profile AAA accounting and we're going to do accounting stop on failure. And the next command we're going to use is send accounting stop on access deny. Why? Because if they don't have any access, why do we need to do any accounting for them? So again, set access profile AAA and we do the accounting because it's under the accounting stanza, and we do accounting stop on access deny. And then we configure interim accounting updates. So by that, what we're going to do is we're going to set the accounting update interval to be 10 minutes rather than only telling RADIUS the subscriber is connected and eventually the subscriber disconnected. The MX can also send interim accounting updates while the subscriber remains online. So conceptually, RADIUS can receive accounting starts, accounting updates and accounting stop. So let's add that command in. So we do set access profile AAA accounting, and this time we're doing update interval 10. This is in minutes. And the next command we want to do is we want to account for volume and time statistics. So what that tells Junos is that our accounting statistics should include both traffic volume and session time information. So this, as you can tell, is where accounting starts becoming particularly useful to a service provider. But we're only interested, or we're not only interested in the fact that the subscriber connected. We can also account for things such as how much traffic was associated with the session and how long the session was active. So we think of volume equals how much and time equals how long. So let's put the command in so that we see that. So we do set access profile AAA accounting, and this time we're going to do statistics, volume and time. So putting the AAA profile together. So let's forget about the individual commands for a moment and look at what we've actually built. So the access profile itself is called AAA, and we've told Junos we're going to use RADIUS, and our RADIUS server is 192.168.1.18. Now when a subscriber attempts to establish a session, RADIUS can participate in the authentication process. If the subscriber is successfully admitted, and only if it is successful, the subscriber session can be established on the LNS. And once that session exists, RADIUS accounting can help us track what happens during its lifetime. So our basic AAA journey now looks like this. Subscriber connects, MX sends authentication request to RADIUS. RADIUS evaluates the subscriber is accepted or rejected. If accepted, the subscriber session is established. Accounting tracks the session, interim updates are sent every 10 minutes, and accounting stops when the session ends. And now we can start connecting this video to what we previously built. So how does the AAA connect to our dynamic profile? So this is where the architecture starts becoming really interesting. So in the previous video we created variables such as Junos routing instance, Junos framed route IP address prefix, Junos framed route next hop, and Junos subscriber IP address. So those variables allow our dynamic profile to be populated with the subscriber specific information. Now AAA and RADIUS as I'm sure you're aware, are going to be a major part of how a broadband subscriber platform can determine who the subscriber is and what subscriber specific attributes should apply to the session. So we're gradually building a chain. The dynamic profile provides the template, AAA provides the subscriber control framework, and RADIUS will provide centralized subscriber authentication and can return the subscriber attributes. And what Junos does is it brings all those pieces together when the subscriber connects. That's why I wanted to show you the dynamic profile configuration before the AAA in the series. Now when we start seeing subscriber attributes coming back from RADIUS, you'll already understand where some of those values are eventually going to be used. So let's do a commit check and let's do a commit. So commit check, and everything checks out. So let's do a commit, and then we're going to have a look. Let's clear the screen and we'll have a look at our new configuration. So let's do a show configuration display set. Okay, so we saw our AAA configuration down here. So although we have the AAA configuration, remember we still haven't authenticated a subscriber yet. So we've configured the AAA framework and told the MX where our RADIUS server lives. Later, once we start bringing the complete LNS environment together, we'll actually watch the authentication process take place. So we'll actually see the subscriber arrive at the MX, we'll see the RADIUS request, and we'll see whether RADIUS accepts or rejects the subscriber. And we'll see the subscriber specific attributes, and eventually we'll see the dynamic profile we created in the previous video instantiated for a real subscriber. And that's when all of the individual pieces from these videos I'm putting in now finally become one working Juniper MX L2TP LNS BRAS BNG subscriber service. So get ready for the next video in the series.